And how about you?
I'm fine. Okay. We'll start from article.
Yeah, we can. Okay.
Okay, who wants to be first? Okay, my article is called Can the International Baccalaureate Make a Better and More Peaceful World? And eliminating limits and possibilities of the international baccalaureate movements in a time of global crisis. Okay, the International Baccalaureate program has long positioned itself as a leader of cultivating globally minded, peace-oriented students through international curriculum and mission. However, in their critical examination, colleagues questioned the extent to which the IB truly fulfills this ideal. They argue that while the IB promotes laudable values such as intercultural understanding, peace, and social responsibility, it remains constrained by neoliberal influences and a market-oriented structure. Yes, and the authors of this IB programs are disproportionately available to elite and well-funded schools. They say that it's very available to elite, and eliminating access for marginalized communities and reinforcing existing educational inequalities. And in this article says about the program that the paper calls for IB to move beyond surface level global citizenship and take a stronger stance on social justice. It not only aspires peaceful world, but actively works to create through meaningful structural and ideological change to our system. Yes. And I have questions like, does the IB program really help create more peaceful and fair world, or does it mainly benefit to wealthy schools? What do you think?
I think IB program they have a lot of benefits because they create they grow critical thinking of students. Yes, because it's not only that students not only just receive information, I mean theoretical knowledge, but also they learn how to
How to think.
critically analyze the information, create idea, maybe innovate, new things that will help for world innovation.
Yes, I agree with you. It's something new for our education because it will help to students to think on the various sides, like not only one side but in the other sides. Yes, and it will be very interesting to teach, and but on the other hand it's very expensive. It will be maybe available for wealthy schools, but to
Simple.
Usually.
To simple schools, it will be hard to get this kind of this kind of program.
Yeah, I agree with you that it's sometimes will be more expensive for the students who wants this program, and yeah, but it's have I think for this maybe the people who are create this kind of program think that it's will be this kind of cost because of no kind of teachers can make this kind of program. For example, analyze make a duo of the two kind of subjects. It's kind of very hard. Yeah, I think the teachers might be very trained about this program for good teaching.
So what about peaceful atmosphere? Is it
Peaceful world.
Peaceful world?
Maybe the students who are educated in this program make the future more better because they can make something new because they are thinking different for the other students who are just educated in the simple schools. For this program think that the students who are educated in this program might be create a new future. For this it's gonna be the peaceful world called.
But I agree with Aru that it will create a education gap between students because it's available for maybe private school. Yeah, you have to pay a lot of money. For public school it is not available, so students not all of all of students or parents can allow can let them this kind of program. I mean financially. Yeah. So the next article, who wants?
And do you add something or?
I think this kind of problem can create a world where every student can have access to this program, but now, of course, it will create a gap, and because of the financial problem, it's not accessible for everyone. I think it's gonna be solved by time, but it takes a lot of period.
What do you mean by time? It will be available for public schools?
Yeah, in the future, maybe after 30 years or 20 years, this kind of program can be implemented to ordinary schools, just simple schools.
How do you think? Why does it?
Because I don't think that the government and that the world could create the gap even bigger by time. If they gonna just improve this program, the simple education program gonna be just in that position. And if by time they cannot implement this simple program, of course the gap will be the bigger and the bigger. But I think they're not gonna do that.
No. I mean, why is it so expensive?
Maybe it's expensive because it's need very trained, qualified teachers. Also, others things that need to teach. That's why I think it's expensive.
Maybe they. I just questioned that maybe they use some kind of expensive equipment.
Tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart things, something like that. Not just ordinary, simple.
So, what was the question for article?
It's not the collection. She's added for the Arul's article.
Ah.
Okay,
Next article.
My article is about explanation of International Baccalaureate. It answers for the question like what is IB school, IB primary years program, middle years program, also diploma program, and how do IB diploma scores work, what is a good IB diploma score, also receiving a bilingual diploma, IB certificates, IB career related program, transition from IB school to IB school, like university. Also transition from IB to non-IB person. It's implement all of these questions, all things about IB. I think you already know what is International Baccalaureate program. I want to explain about the diploma program. How do IB diploma work? Also the score. In this program, assessment is based on a combination of final examination and the coursework, which are evaluated by external examiners worldwide, and in some cases for coursework by internal assessment. Diploma examination for each subject are held on the same days for all students worldwide in May in the Northern Hemisphere and in October in the case of Southern Hemisphere schools. With 3 different exam time zones across the world, you needn't worry that you will be sitting an exam late at night like some international A-level students in Asia. Each subject is scored from 1 to 7, and up to 3 additional points are awarded for TOK, Theory of Knowledge, and the EE, Extended Essay, combined giving a maximum 45 points, a minimum 24 points, with a few other situations, including a pass in the TOK and the EE, is required to gain the diploma. And the global average hours at around 29 and the 30 points are the pass rate at around 80%. And the universities globally recognize IB diploma as graduating curricula. In the UK, universities offers will be subject to students gaining a minimum number of points overall or stipulate the points required for certain relevant HL courses, while the US level of college credits offers will be based on point scores, which are for each individual course. So my question is, what are the main differences between IB diploma program and the IB career related program? I think I have to explain what is IB career. Do you know about IB career?
It will be good if you explain.
Okay, IB career related program. It's launched in 2014. It aims to create well-rounded, career-ready learners. What makes the IBCP unique is that, unlike IBDP, it offers 16 and 19 years old the opportunities to specialize in a specific field in young age. And the career-related program students undertake a minimum of 2 diploma courses, theory and academics, a core consisting of 4 components, skills and competence. and the career-related study, which the school must arrange in a partnership with serious but professional partners who engage in the part of the program. So it's basically about finding a job at young age. So main differences between diploma program and the career-related program. Or which one do you prefer?
Career related program, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a college, like in our country, maybe, because you like, for example, after ninth grade, you go to college and study subjects like that related to your future career. For example, if you choose teacher, you will accept like, instead of learning like general subjects like chemistry, physics, you will learn like English and like methodology, like earlier than school students that also will go to, for example, university and learn, like study also these subjects. So I think but diploma program maybe is like a university. So I think it's up to person, like who wants to.
What do you prefer?
Yeah, because if you want to start maybe earlier, you can choose career like career related program. If you already have chosen your future career, because some students they cannot choose like until like last grade of university. Yeah, even after graduation they are questioning like, oh my god, what kind of job I will choose, or like I prefer like this. So maybe in my case it was like diploma like diploma program, yes.
Because you choose your major.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, for me, I would choose the diploma program because of, yeah, I already a university student which are going to write diploma, and for me, if I will be the younger, maybe I will be maybe in the some way. I think I will prefer the career related program because nowadays there are so many young students, young generation who are want to find a job in the early age and help for the parents, for example. For this career related program is very good because of they have find the two diplomas for the two major, and it's very cool for the find job with their majors. And I want to say that, for example, my brother have this kind of program, yeah, career related. She's how Albina said that it's kind of simple like our college for the after the ninth grade, where the student for the after the ninth grade school go to the college and have 3 years education, and then they have diploma and they go to work. It's kind of like this. I think for this it's very cool because my brother already know this kind some kind of thesis about his major, and it's very good for his future. I think it's very effective for young generation, I think, though.
I think, yeah, it's more beneficial because like in high school students, as I said before, they just study like general subjects. Maybe that will not help them in the future, maybe. But with college, they will study in one direction, like specifically, like this.
Yeah.
But in college, in the first course they will repeat all the subjects from school, and then in second and third course they will do subjects of their major.
Yeah, I think it's very good because they cannot learn the more harder things before not knowing about this kind of simple things. For this, the college make this kind of program that in the first course they must to know the simple school program, and then their major subjects. Yeah, let's talk about the questions. Yeah, can you?
What's the question?
No. The from the
What about your articles?
we already must know. Okay. My article is about the well-being in education in childhood and adolescence. It's talk about the study by the international IB. Yeah, provides an overview of the last research of the well-being in childhood and the adolescence. It includes the literature review and the evidence-based well-being framework and the questionnaire for the event school feedback. The report focuses on the subjective well-being, how young people evaluate their own life at school, and the parents' framework through 4 themes like health, people, environment, and the skills. So key findings suggest that investing in the school well-being can lead to the improvement and academic attainment. So a value is using the school time, money, and the resources to improve student well-being, and that this innovates will be likely also lead to improvements in the academic treatment. So each school or education seats should decide which definition well-being works well and their context. So teacher well-being is the predictor of the students' well-being, and any well-being politics should emphasize ways to support teachers' well-being, and lastly, focus on the subjective well-being and the school life satisfaction is practical, measurable, and the comprehensive, and gives school an opportunity to make difference in their lives for the young people. So my question is. In what way does focusing on the student well-being contribute to academic success and the overall development? For the student, it's young students.
I think the well-being is very important because if you're not okay, you cannot study at all.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
In what ways does focus on student well-being contribute to academic success and the overall development?
Yeah, I agree with Ayhan because if you are in, how can I say, if you are upset, you cannot. If you lose your motivation, you don't have energy. I mean, to study. So maybe your academic, like maybe your score will be like become lower and lower. Yeah. So well-being is very important. Yeah, and maybe they have to give themselves rest. Something like this. So what about you? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I already agree with you that the well-being is very important, and that I think the parents who are so not support, for example, make some kind of activities like this, it's so hard to the young student because they're already young, they do not understand, and I think well-being is so important and it must be improved, developed at time.
For example, what do you do for your well-being? to keep your motivation to study, or maybe discipline to study?
I don't know. What about you? I already want to listen your answer and then answer because I don't know.
I'm not sure that I do like things. Just maybe the one important thing that I sleep a lot. It gives me a lot of energy. Yeah, because when you're tired, you go, or when you're upset, when you like in frustration, you just go to bed and sleep, and it helps very very. It's really helpful. So maybe also sweets, but I'm not. How can I say? I don't advise to do it because I try to eat healthier food. Yeah, like salad like this. Yeah.
I think to make my well-being is my motivation of my close people, because of when you are just already study a lot, making all the things for your future, you are have make some. It's kind of maybe the depression. Could be depression because you already think only about your future because you study for your future. You just already doing all things for your future, and if you are think about your future, not about you can have some depression, some kind of overthinkings. And my close friends are already helps me for delete this kind of thing of minds. And when I just talk with them, my motivation come here, and I will just make more and better. I think talking and putting your minds is very important when you are young already and want to be successful. You must be know all the problems and must solve this kind of problem. I think it's important.
Yes, my case is similar with you because I'm also in the time when I don't have motivation or energy, I would like to going out with meeting with my close friends and talking with them because they give me energy, and also talking with my mom because she always gives me good advice and also motivation.
And when you have the people who are to support you, it might be more easier to grow up.
Yes.
If you have not the people who are not support you or not agree, not kind of like this, it's so hard to make something new and etc. What about you?
Maybe just talking to my mom and watching movies.
Okay, so let's come back for our questions. Okay, I will read my article. So my article is about a report on the result of the International Baccalaureate exams taken in November 2023. So it says that over 20,000 students around the world received their results from the main programs. So this was, so it says that it was increased than in previous years. So the average score was about 29 points out of maximum 45. So one major change mentioned in the article is that IB will no longer publish how many students received the highest possible score. The reason for this is stop people from comparing students or schools and to reduce pressure and competition. Yeah, so my question is, so how do you feel about the IB decision to stop publishing data on top scores? Do you think this change promotes a healthier academic environment? For example, as I noticed in Korea, they like students they don't know the scores, like they don't know about others' scores. Yeah, so like even if you like if you received high or low score, you don't know about the others. So it's really how it's not harmful like for students because they will not compare themselves with others, and because it led for like frustration. Yeah. So like this, but it's interesting.
To know others.
Yeah, to know others. Yeah. So like what kind of scores they get, and like this.
For the Korean, I think when they are know the others mark, they have the competition. For the us, for example, if I know your mark, it's already just your mark.
Yeah,
It's not. I don't.
change.
Yeah, I don't change my mind of these people. I don't change my mind of my own self because it's just kind of mark. It's already maybe these students are cheating. For example, it's just a mark. It's not already says of the something crucial, and when they are just not show for the mark or not saying like that or say oh it's good or what it's bad. I think I don't know.
No, it's kind of the
Yeah.
things that oh my god I could like more
Get more.
get more
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
It's frustration about yourself.
Yeah. I
Maybe
think.
a lower self-esteem like this.
Yeah.
So
They
So-
already want be the most the best. Yeah. Already all want.
I got the question. About that IB program makes a healthier environment. I think that maybe it will change something because critical thinking of students can change and they can think on the various sides, but the environment it depends on how students feel and how they communicate with others. And I don't think that education system can change the environment and make it healthier, because even the education system is changing, but how they behave it not will change, I think. And the environment will stay on this level how it was in the past.
because of competition.
Yeah, because of competition and how they communicate with in society. Yeah. But it's my opinion. What do you think?
For example, as Aruna said before, like in our country, like there is no system where you when you don't show people your scores. No, I mean, like something like everyone can just ask you or you ask them like oh my god, what scores did you get, and like this, and like they tell you, and there's no this like competition. Like maybe they will just they will like it's two ways like or three. You just how can I say don't worry about it, or you will get more motivation or to study hard, like to get higher scores, yes, and or you may feel like as I said before, frustration about yourself. It will yeah harm for your self-esteem like this. For different people like in different way, yeah. So but in Korea they just don't show people, so they don't know, so they just care about their scores.
If you ask, they will don't ask.
Not
not
answer.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah. Yeah. So in our country, it is not so competitive. I think.
Because every student they study for yourself.
Let's move for the questions. Discussion questions.
How can the IB program be made more accessible to students from diverse socio-economic backgrounds in Korea, given its potential cost?
It's about government like scholarship program, because I don't see another way, like other ways to make it available, because a lot of family, I think the most of like they don't have like additional fees, well not fees, additional money for payment, because they do work in in public like in public institutions, and they work for government, so they get like particular how
Taxes?
not taxes, it's like the money for the job,
Salary.
Oh my god, yeah. So they get particular salary. It is stable. It's in the middle level, like so they can cover their needs, basic needs, and maybe for even or if you are lucky to let how they can, or for example this money is for their basic needs, and if you're lucky for traveling, but I think it's not available to pay for this program because it's too high, too expensive. So the scholarship is one of the decision that best way, because students will try to get this scholarship. They will study hard. They will in this field. They will be aware of like what they will study. That more motivated. More interested in learning, and so thanks for scholarship, they will get this opportunity. Yes.
And making the fees lower to available for poor or middle income families, that they can also join the program.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
How the Korean universities view the IB diploma, and how does it compare to the standard Korean high school curriculum in the admissions program? A process.
So
Korean universities are starting to recognize diploma, IB diploma, especially in top schools. And however, the Korean high school curriculum is still more common and widely accepted. And some universities may require additional exams from IB students.
I think some top universities in Korea already accept IB, but not all knew it well. So they usually prefer the Korean high school system, but it's slowly changing.
I think it's hard to change very fast. Yeah, it might have some long term to change it, because it's how I know the IB program is very hard, very expensive, and it's I think might have some enough time to change.
Need time.
Yeah, need time, but it's very good. I think it's very good program to changing the education methods. Like it's something new for us, and I think for this it might be have some future in our in the world if all countries have this kind of program. I think it will be very effective, very good. For example, I want to have this kind of program. It's very interesting how it just works. Is it really effective? Is it hard? I want to know. And if I have a lot of money, maybe I will try this. It's very interesting for me to knowing to study differently, because I think that I just studied traditional, just reading one thing and that's memorizing this kind of thing. IB program, it's not about this. It's already changed for the 340 degrees. How it just called? Yeah, just yeah.
Work hard to give your children to this program.
Okay. Yeah. I will try.
So
For my children, I will be the teacher for I think.
Or create your own program.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I won't create my own program with new method. I will make it.
Low price?
No. No.
Middle or high?
For you, I will just think the sales. If you want.
Okay.
Next question.
Next
How does IB programs emphasize on critical thinking and the inquiry-based learning align with traditional Korean educational values? I think Korean schools focus more on memorizing, but IB focus on like questions, opinions, thinking widely. So it's very different, but can be good mix if used well.
Yeah, IB it's already about the showing opinion. The teachers are giving the question, and the student must solve this kind of problem. Give their own opinion how it just solve. Yeah, works. Something like this. In Korean education, it's kind of like you are just reading text and answer the question. That's all. You are just if you are just reading so hard, you can memorize. But I think that it's just traditional method. which we have all the whole world, but IB is not about this. IB is already for the critical thinking because the combining of the so many subjects in the one, it's not like good subjects, just things, yeah, combination of this, it's really hardly to understand for the one thing. For this, the students are develop our critical thinking because they want to think. Yeah, if they're not saying their opinion, not answer for the questions, it might be very hard to educate in this program. It might be so many differences, but yeah, how you say it's good mix when you are just mixing this. Yeah.
So I agree with you that in like in many countries there are like in traditional education in system, they just provide information, like they explain, maybe in like differently, but the main point is that they explain and they and students receive knowledge, just they just receive knowledge, so do the task and blah blah blah. But in IB program, I like this idea of IB program that students will create their critical thinking and analyzing everything, because I read, for example, recently I read an article about that Generation Z and Alpha, they are lack of critical thinking or analyzing skills, because a lot of information is just provided, and there's and because of AI, a lot of things get become easier to complete, and even our education was like in comparison with in comparison that what was in the past. For example, they go to the library, they read a book, and how can they think about it. When they study, they try to make ideas or something like this. And in our education, like in nowadays, we can get a lot of information, a lot of knowledge from just typing, clicking, like something like this, and just read about it. And there's no, I think,
Much effort.
Yeah, like it's not so effective if, because of GPT, of course. Also, because you just search, ask your question, search something, and it provides. So there's no critical, and with IB program, it's really beneficial for students, and I hope that it will be available for it will be implemented and available for all the students.
I want to add that the students in the IB program, they are researching and studying their own self without the teachers, because they are starting thinking differently for the nowadays students, which are just in the traditional method, and they are research themselves. For this, they are develop our critical thinking. They are not typing. Maybe in IB programs they have some kind of exercises which are not typing for the ChatGPT. Maybe because it's combined, it's so hard.
And maybe they are like AI programs. AI, apps. No. Okay, AI it's not allowed for them, I think.
Maybe they don't need AI if they study in IB program, because they think deeper. They have already their own opinion on everything. So it's really good program.
But who don't want to use like the easiest way, you know, like, to find find answer. Yeah.
So thank you for our discussion. See you the next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.